One of the things that I'm constantly challenging teachers to do is to take risks. We asked ourselves, what are some constraints that we have on us? And one of the constraints that came back was our rooms and the furniture that we have and the way that they look dictate a lot of how we present information, how we collect information, and how we communicate that information with each other. And so we started wondering if we could redesign space so that it could then enable our teachers to take risks. And so then that got the ball rolling for us in terms of responsive spaces. It led to 4 classrooms being redesigned with teachers having complete say in how that space should work for them and how that space could allow them to do more than they were before.
I just want to start by saying how grateful I am for making this happen, because the impact that it's had on students and on my teaching has just been absolutely amazing. Watching students be able to take ownership of their learning, being able to adapt the space to whatever it is that we're doing in need has been phenomenal. Just the mood in the room is different. Students come in, they're comfortable, they're relaxed, they're eager to learn.
They are able to get up and move and work wherever they feel comfortable. They are free to, and they know this, free to get up and know who's working where and just pop in next to somebody and say, how did you solve this? Or what did you do? And
I think it's kind of like being in your own house. Like, you go to have a conversation, you go and you sit down on the couch and you're talking. And
the couch is really comfy for me and it keeps me comfortable when I'm working. We have like lounge chairs and they kind of feel like the comforts of home. And then the gray chairs help you if you just need to be comfortable while you work, and it makes you feel like you're at home.
It's a natural way to be. Having opportunities for students to come together in different ways, to create different types of projects, to share their thinking in different ways with writable spaces on the walls, and just being able to explore that with each other has probably been the biggest benefit that I've seen from this space. We've sort of left this as sort of our home base sort of setup. But for example, the other day we were working on some things on the smartboard where we were working where I needed a group sitting there. So we just wheeled the table over there in front of the smartboard and had our lesson. Being able to pull them away from the wall so they can stand and write on some of these surfaces has been another way that they've used it. Or pulling it out to have sort of like almost like a dinner table type conversation, or working on a project so that they can get all the way around the table. In thinking through the planning of the space, I knew that I wanted an area where students could get their hands dirty, so to speak. And so I created our workshop space in the back where they have different tools and different materials available to them. It's really helpful as far as just conserving time. We're not spending a ton of time trying to figure out what our room needs to be for the next thing, because we're kind of already there. Our workbench in the back is right by the window. We get direct sunlight. And then over each table I made sure that we have the pendant lights, and I have the lights on the other tables at the back to make sure that those are there, the overhead light in our couch seating area. But it also allows flexibility in what we're doing. So if we're giving presentations, our lights may change. It just gives us some more options then to work with.
My favorite thing is the chairs. They're so comfortable and you can actually really learn in them. It feels really comfy. What do you think, Ella? Well, this classroom is really nice. The benches are really comfortable. And I like to sit on them. It helps me learn and focus. Like, when you're comfortable, it helps you concentrate, which helps you learn.
And I know some parents are skeptical and they wonder if this is just hocus pocus, if this is just simply a new couch or a new chair or a new table. I get that, but it's not. It's so much more than that.
it's not just about different seating and different options. It's really about a mindset of learning zones and having the kids be able to understand their own learning styles, appreciate how and where they best learn, and be able to move accordingly.
You can rock back and forth, and you can go around, and it's just really helpful because if you have a lot of energy, you can get it out.
It also does help social emotional learning as well. They've gotten to know, strengths and weaknesses both of their classmates and of themselves. We talked about what they wanted to change. So they redesigned everything and they made a reading nook And they didn't want the wall that had been here. They wanted to be able to see each other, and they didn't want to be off in their own little island. And that's how they conveyed it. Being able to speak about problems and then problem solve together has been really, I think, beneficial for them as well. A lot of it does have to do with our environment change. So I'm really appreciative to the PTO, and the kids are too. I know they want to tell them thank you as well, because they love our classroom. They've asked if they could take it with them to 5th grade. You know, they have everything that they need now to be completely comfortable and you know, in talking about mindset, ready and willing to receive new information. So
It's like cozy and it's easier to work because like you're not just sitting at a desk all day. That's one thing I like about the classroom. When you go into some classrooms, all they have sometimes is just desks. And when there's multiple comforts like a beanbag chair or a couch and more pillows, it's easier to work because you can focus more.
And the cool thing is that next year, this classroom may look totally different, but it's movable. So every kid can get what they need every year. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting how they've learned even more about how each other like to solve problems, and they adjust. They've been adjusting accordingly. Camden really likes to read up against that wall behind the couch with the lamp on. I mean, that was something that we said, you know what, you need that? That's where you want to read? Okay. And he loves it. That's his go-to spot for reading. Kids kind of built it around him. So to see them work together like that and to take care of each other, that's probably the best thing that's happened.
And now what's happening is the rest of the staff is like, I'm ready, let's do this, let's go. And that's all thanks to the parents of this community who have come through in a very big way. Thanks to the PTO for making those dreams come true. Come on in, parents, and come watch. Come see how it's used. Come see how kids are interacting with the space. Come see how teachers are using that space to take risks in their classrooms, all for the sake of students. It's really exciting.
And you guys are awesome. So now you have that.